Hi, Kent Sipes again. Here's another sample from my first book. This is called Redemption Cookies. And if you like any of these samples, please check out either of my books on Walmart.com or Amazon.com. They're both called Thank You, My Friends. The first one's got the subtitle, The 5-Year Plan, and the second one has the subtitle, Moving Right Along. So, here's Redemption Cookies. I bake cookies, not with much ambition, since I typically use either a cookie mix or refrigerated break-off dough, then add extras like dark chocolate chips and or pecans before baking. A few years ago, I was asked to bake cookies for a bake sale to benefit our kids ministry, so I baked 24 large chocolate chip cookies, packaged and priced them as directed, and put them out for display with the other baked goods for sale in our church foyer. Soon, other church members began to arrive, including a precocious 6-year-old girl named Hazel. When I was very new to our church and hardly knew anyone, this amazing tyke had stuck out her hand and introduced herself as if she were at least 10 years older. This so impressed me that I began watching for her to show up at church so that I could say hi to someone whose name I knew, and how could I forget? I immediately squatted down to her eye level and asked, "Hazel, don't you need a cookie?" To which she replied, "Why, no, I don't believe I do. I've just had breakfast." No. I've never before heard that answer from a munchkin. Of course she needed a cookie. So after clearing it with her grandmother, we made our way out to the bake sale table, where Hazel proceeded to pick out a bag of my cookies as exactly what she wanted. So I paid for the cookies, gave her the baggie, and she was a happy kid. Only later that day did I grasp the irony of what had happened. I had purchased the ingredients, assembled them, baked the cookies, then packaged them and given them away. I then bought back my own cookies for the benefit of someone else who consumed them with gusto. So yes, I redeemed those cookies. And that's when I finally understood the meaning of the word redemption. God created everything from nothing, assembled it beautifully, then gave it to us with simple instructions. We ignored his instructions and sold ourselves into slavery. God took pity on us and bought back our rights and privileges by sending Jesus as payment for our rebellion. My cookies made Hazel happy for a few minutes. Maybe she also got the idea that another grown-up not related to her thought she was important. But the redemption that God did was vastly more important, because with that action, God said that Hazel and I are important. And as I figured out many years ago, if God says you're important, you are. He wanted real life for us and wanted to give us the chance to be with him forever, so much that Jesus became separated from God, first by entering time and coming to earth, then by taking our ugly, warped nature into himself. God can't be around imperfection, so Jesus was split from the Father for the first time ever. Then Jesus died as a penalty for our sinful choices. And the story doesn't end there, of course. So, don't you need a cookie?